if you've seen my posts the last couple of weeks, you've seen that I've posted a bunch of a bunch of comments on my page, on my video, um, like who would win, Boomphones, Phantoms, the beats, solos, and I had a bunch of dislikes because of what headphones it is. It's the beat solos, not the HD, so it's not any of the other ones. So another one is, of course, the SkullCandy Hesh, which lost. So I want to redo it. Sound quality was terrible. I figured that when I was watching it, so I wanted to redo it here. So the beats always have the incomparable design and how well they incorporate with it. Boomphones has its external and internal speakers and has a great frame and very easy. And of course the SkullCandy is just SkullCandy. So let's go with, of course, durability. Now of course SkullCandy is off the radar because I had it for like a year, and I don't want to have headphones for like 4 or 5 years. I want to have it for just a year. So they they didn't break. I just could. When I opened it, it was a bunch of plastic inside of it. And it was a bunch of plastic over it, cheap plastic. So I was like, wow, these really do suck. So durability, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. I give it a 4. It lasted, but didn't last as well. I already broke it, so I like blew it up or something. I don't remember. It was like 4 or 5 months ago. Now, the solos are durable, but if you can break them if you pull them apart. Like I've pulled apart a couple. Like I could go to Target and just walk up and oh crap. I go to Target and just walk up and say, hey, I want to see something cool, and they'll be like, what? I said, cool thing. And they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, see these, and I'll just take them and I'll do. And of course that the head piece right there would pop off. So say okay, then you just have to take it off and break it. It's very easy to break, so I give it an 8 because it does last a while. I've had beats, they do last a while, but not that long. Now the Boomphones, which I have at the moment, have of course the I had the SkullCandy Hesh when I made the first one, so this is the perspective of this. Of course, it has a nice built frame, and it's one of these that if you don't want to break, but if you pop it out, it will break. So, but right here, it's nice and stiff, so these won't break easily. There's torque right here, which gives it nice, these little swivel movements. Of course, swivel in the ear cups, very nice. Of course, the Boomphones logo in the 2 ears, and if you've seen my other videos of the Boomphones, you can just go check them out on my channel, subscribe, like this video, and it's very durable on the part from right here to it's not the headband, but the sideband right here. This right here, the durability is more built into right here, which gives it not much weight, but it gives it a little more weight. The only weight it gets is right here. So this gets a 6. So the beats win. So now, of course, on the style. Now the SkullCandy had the SkullCandy logo in black, and it had lines and stuff. So I was like, okay, it's decent. So I'll give that a 5. It wasn't great. Like I wasn't say, oh, I could just walk around and do it. But it also had like the ear cups were like a bowl, like a half bowl on your ear. So it was very weird. I didn't like it. So, and of course on the Boomphones and on the Beats, they both have the line going through. Like It's just clean looking, but of course the beats are a one part system where it has a more sleek look, where it's when in the boom phones you see that it has an extra part right here which makes it a tad bit more durable, not very much, but for the solos um, um look and stuff, of course solos get a 9 and the boom phones get a 6. So boom phones still down 2-0, but still a 9. We saw sound quality, and we still have of course like consumer report and stuff. Okay, so in like modern era technology and additions and stuff. So when you look at the when you look at the additions that they give you, the SkullCandy, they didn't give you any additions. They just kind of gave you a little pouch to keep your headphones in, which was very bad because if you dropped it once, if it fell on the ground from a high spot, it would break. If you got angry at someone, you chunked it at them and they moved out of the way and it hit the wall, it would break. Here in the boom phones, they give you a nice hard shell case, but in the beats, you don't. No, you don't. You get them in the mixer, so you don't get them in the mixer. So I mean the solo. So yeah. So and so the case goes to the boom phones with the hard shell case. Now, when you think about sound quality, the SkullCandy had noise canceling, of course. Every three, eh, the boom phones have. I just thought of it. It doesn't leak in background sound. It's it's very silent from the outside. So I'm so tired. I didn't want to do this video for you also. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's just very nice. So the additions to the boom phone, to get carabiner clip, 2 wires, hard shell bearing case, and two in a a box or hanging a shelf, and of course the I'm very off my game, sorry guys, but oh crap, I just made y'all shrink, but so I'm just gonna give you my thoughts and opinions right now. I'm not gonna go back into topics because it's really messing my mind up. At the moment, I honestly think, and if you dislike my decision on what I choose is the best product to get, don't dislike the video because of it's your interest. If you you can dislike the video if you're like, oh, this is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard, like it makes no sense, then dislike the video. Don't dislike it because I made you mad on what decision it is. I've had a lot of wearing those, walked around the school, someone's poked me and said, so what kind of are those Beats? And I say, no, they're Canadian brand headphones. And they say, you suck. Beats rule. Beats, I'm just saying the bass is a little overpowering. It's very good sound quality though. So right now, of course, in third place is going to be SkullCandy. Hesh, I advise you if you have, I think it was $100. If you have $100, you just want a decent pair of headphones. You can get better ones, I think, for 100, but right at the moment, I would take the SkullCandy Hesh. The ones or the twos. The boom phones, I'm honestly gonna say coming first. You know, for the price point, you look at the price point. These solos HDs cost around $200 plus shipping, or if you just go to Best Buy plus taxes around $205, $206. When you shipping. Just matters where you live, so it might be 220, 210, 215, so around there. With the boom phones, you're looking at $150 price point. You can't buy them in the U.S. You can buy them in the U.S., but not in stores. Like in Plano, Texas, I think El Paso there's one. In Texas, there's a couple in New York. So that's about it. And let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. Follow me on Twitter. It's Sub087. Like my Facebook page. I actually have a new Facebook page coming out. It's Sub087. It's still 0 followers. If you want to add me on Xbox 360, I'll make a separate video of that. If y'all get, if y'all, if 10 people in the comments write, I want your Xbox gamer tag, go ahead and I'll post a video on YouTube for a couple days. So and you look at the price point. Honestly, Boomphones are the best ones to get at the moment. At the price point, you can go to Canada. You can just drive to Canada if you live up in the north, and just go across the border and just go buy some and come back. Now, another one that the next headphone set that I'm getting is either Beats or DNAs. I want the DNA camos. So, Sub-Zero 27 out. Hopefully this video will